Happy New Year's, everybody. All right, I'll see you next time, okay? I'll see you next year. Hi everybody, this is Jon Hammond with the Hammond Report, and I'm reporting to you directly from the middle of Times Square. It's a little bit noisy because the guy's with the power washer right now in front of ABC. I'm over here by the ABC studios, and I used to think that Diane Sawyer lived in there. She was on TV so much. They probably gave her an apartment in there somewhere, you know. And now she's just working on specials. And people just come here and stand around, take pictures. It's all lit up. And there's actually some people sleeping. And that's kind of sad because they probably don't have a place to sleep, but it's probably pretty safe for them right here. Plenty of police around. And we're going to walk over here. You can see that the guy is closing up the hot dog place where you can also buy lobster rolls. It's called Bisbee's. There's Bisbee's now. And they got some seating area. Here's kind of a famous thing. This American flag. This USO is in there. And you can get recruited there to be in the military if you're of age, and a lot of people take pictures in front of that thing. This building, One Times Square, there used to be a nightclub up there called Nirvana, and we used to go up there and have jam sessions, and right now it's under construction. There was a big Walgreens in there, but the whole place is shrouded in some kind of a construction thing, but that's where they dropped the ball from on New Year's Eve, all the way up at the top there. And it's a crystal ball. And you can see here, there's all four armed forces of the United States of America represented here. Right there. Yep. You got the Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Marines. Don't forget the Marines. So here we got the Hard Rock Cafe, and one of these days I'm going to do breakfast there. The food's pretty good. They have a buffet, but I don't eat bacon, so I'm sure they got plenty of bacon and that sort of thing there. But maybe they got some vegetarian selections in the Hard Rock Buffet. I was at the opening of the very first buffet, or the very first Hard Rock Cafe in Dallas, Texas with Joe Berger. And Isaac Tigert, the founder of Hard Rock Cafe, was there. And Bugs Henderson and a bunch of real good guitar players. And we had a really good party there. And here comes the traffic. They're just bombing down the avenue here. And you gotta really stay on your toes for those electric scooters. You don't hear them coming, and they get it right up on you, and you can get hit real easy. So I think I'm going to back it down, maybe another report from another location. There's somebody getting a picture taken in front of the famous flag. This is Jon Hammond. Oh yeah, one last thing. Big report here. I got a haircut today from my main man, Joseph the barber. And he did a beautiful job. I was really relieved in the summertime to have shorter hair. And I survived some kind of shabby haircuts. I was hoping to see him before the NAMM show. But he came in specially to do me, and I'm going to see him tomorrow too. So thank you, Joseph the barber at Mark Joseph Salon and Spa. I highly recommend him. He's one of the great haircutters. I met him at Mike's Barbershop, the Marabella Beauty Salon, where Mike the barber was cutting in his barbershop there in Times Square, Port Authority, for 40 years, maybe more than 40 years. And that's where I met Joseph. And we all stay in touch, you know. We all had our hair cut there many times and talked about all kinds of things. It was more than a haircut when you went to Mike's Barbershop there, Marabella Salon there in the Port Authority. And now I'm happy that I can still go and see Joseph the barber now that he's cutting over at Mark Joseph Salon. Okay, we're going to back it down here. This is Jon Hammond. I'm the organ player and accordionist, not the singer. It's Jon, no H. Fingers are the singers. Got plenty of YouTubes solo and with my band. We got some great musicians that played on the Jon Hammond Band all over the world. I'm starting to travel again after a long lockdown, too long for the pandemic, but I still wear this KN95 mask, a new one every time on all my indoor gigs. And when I'm indoors and on airplanes, and you can see the power washing guy here, he's keeping it clean, and it also keeps people from sleeping in front of the ABC studios. Yeah, he's power washing away there. Okay, Jon Hammond, backing it down from Times Square, New York, where you don't need to bring a flashlight because it's all lit up. Okay, bye-bye now.
Soon I will be free.
You know, I had been involved in broadcasting for some years at that point, and my music has been borrowed, you know, on many occasions.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
A piece of music
Yeah.
has been borrowed by somebody
I
else.
call it borrowed.
Yes,
because,
you're
you know, they can take anything they want from me, Harold, you know, but they really can't take my music because I'm the source, you know.
Yeah, right.
And I believe that, you know.
But usually they got some sort of things about, you know, money matters that are mattering there. That somebody creates something.
Well,
but
you know, I see both sides of the coin because, you know, there's a whole thing brewing now with the digital rights, you know.
Absolutely,
and, the podcast thing, I'm involved in podcasting too, and you know, the rights thing, and I'm an ASCAP member. And
right.
ASCAP is very
a proud
strict.
ASCAP
Yeah,
member.
proud ASCAP, right?
Yeah.
And the deal is that also because of my history as a longtime public access producer and host, I believe that.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I got to say, Harold,
Yeah.
you know, thank you for having me here in the studio.
No,
because,
isn't it great? Yeah.
this is
it's
the
great.
first time I ever did a show in the studio.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah.
Normally, I carefully craft my shows
Yeah.
on my own equipment. I bring them in, edited, and they know me very well at the glass window.
Right,
there,
you're dropping the tapes off here for because
Yeah,
you still got the show on them.
you know,
got the envelope.
I get
you got the envelope with the labels.
labels,
right.
you know,
yeah.
you put them on the tapes.
Good for you. You've been doing it since how long? 1984.
We went on the air February 2nd of 1984.
And we have,
Yeah.
maybe it's the time, and I want to get over to the composition and everything. Maybe we
Yeah.
got a clip, okay?
Okay.
And I want to set this one up a little bit because here it is, what was the date?
February 2nd, 1984.
February
Friday
7th,
night. Yeah.
Friday night, February 2nd.
Saturday morning, because
Saturday morning was
late Friday
late night. Yeah, we got that. That's a
1:30
tricky
in the
thing.
morning.
But it was the first time you ever put a program on public access.
That was it.
And you've been playing since 1984. I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
I'm putting programs
that's when
on.
we started. That was number one of number one.
And you were working then with Laurie
Friedman.
Laurie Friedman, a
and-
real creative.
And Barry Finnerty,
Barry Finnerty.
guitarist, and we formed a creative cooperation called Backbeat Productions.
Backbeat, I remember
Yeah.
that. And you came and you came in today with me. You said, got an old tape. It was from the very first show we ever did.
We didn't even
really,
know if it would play back. It was
yeah,
so old.
we didn't know it was going to play back an old VHS tape. And this is like gonna take a sentimental journey, right? Go back to that now. And so we're going to play that, and we're going to play. We're going to even play a little bit of the countdown. And then what it is, it's got some really good graphics, and we're going to play 4, 5, 6 minutes
Yeah.
of that. And we're talking now with Jon Hammond, a legend, as it were, in radio broadcasting. We got to get to. He's a composer. We haven't gotten to that yet.
My voice on this voiceover, I told you just before we started rolling, I actually did the voiceover on my way to the airport in a Walkman.
You mean the actual voiceover that's on the tape?
Yeah,
It was-
because I was traveling a lot at the time, and we did all the graphics and the music and everything, but I had to do the voiceover. And in those days, we didn't have, you know, great microphones and all that stuff. So you'll hear a few peas popping there.
You find a few
but-
peas popping or a few horns honking or something in the background down the
But you know,
Van
this
Wyck
is the one
Highway.
that put us on the map, and we had a lot of fun. And I'll never forget when it came back over the TV. I was sitting there, I just about fell out of the chair.
Yeah, the first time it ever appeared on the TV. You had made the transition. You'd been doing radio before that. Okay, and we're going to come back to that. So why don't we set that up in the booth and run that tape? I guess it goes for a few 5 minutes
Yeah.
or so.
With number one, the Jon Hammond Show, MCTV, Channel C.
All right, so set that up and run that now then, please. Thank you.
Backbeat Productions.
That's it.
The Jon Hammond Show. And now, here's your host, the star of the show, Jon Hammond.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Jon Hammond Show. We have many fascinating, beautiful things we're going to lay on you this evening. We're going to feature the music of a very fine guitarist, Mr. Barry Finnerty. And we'll have him on the show here a little bit later. And some mind-blowing videos by Laurie. So let's get things rolling here with the first tune by Mr. Bad BF. This tune is entitled Funk in A. Yeah, those videos are really beautiful. How about that beautiful stuff by Lori? Some special effects. They're blowing you way out there. We're taking complete control of your television sets for this little 28-minute pack here. So, don't touch your dials. We got some fabulous stuff coming up here. And we do have something coming right up here. It's called...
Yeah, who's that? Now listen to me, I'm talking about you on the other phone right now. Agree to 6 o'clock tonight, New York time. Let's go. Thanks, man.
Jon Hammond here with the great Joe Franklin, king of radio and TV. Big Joe, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad, John. I want to tell the whole world out there, even beyond the world, beyond perpetuity, that I am a fan of I'm a fanatical, avid, ardent, fervent fan of the Jon Hammond Show, which is, of course, on cable TV and streaming the entire world over, as well as on Hammondcast and podcast. And I'll say it again, it is great entertainment. I love the Jon Hammond Show.
All right, Joe. Thank you very much, Joe.
I meant
All
it.
right,
Pay
all
now.
right.
John,
You're the
great
best,
man.
Joe.
God bless you, kid.
So, can I just ask you?
John, you want to close that door?
Happy birthday.